On a tree trader, charts lit, wrist tight, inside bars only. Let's work.
I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah, they fund the dream. Inside bar breakaway, patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. No FOMO, no chase, let it come to me. Risk a fine, stop tight, that's discipline. Daily payouts, yeah, we stack it clean. Inside the range, then we break free. Wake up pre-market, NY session on. Levels from the overnight, buyers ready drawn. Inside bar forming, volume going quiet. That's the market talking, telling me be patient. Ain't Q moving fast, ES play it smooth. YM respect the highs, let the candle choose. Prop firm rules, yeah, we play it right. One trade a day, still we done by noon. No gambling, this chestnut dice. RR clean, that's the pine tree life. They chasing candles, I'm chilling in the zone, waiting on the break, then I'm gone. I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah, they fund the dream. Inside bar breakaway, patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. No FOMO, no chase, let it come to me. Risk defined, stop tight, that's discipline. Daily payouts, yeah, we stack it clean. Inside the range, then we break free. Send funded to live, that's a different feel. Trade, they take profit, Apex on the deal. Evaluation passed, now it's payout talk. While they blowing accounts, we taking walks. Inside bar at key high, that's pressure building. Yeah, break off the range, yeah, that's conviction. Yeah, no indicators clutter in my sight. Just price action, structure candlelight. Chat yelling long, I mute that noise. Market don't care about opinions, boy. One clean setup, that's all I need. Small losses, big wins, consistency. Slow grind, fast life. Charts don't lie, cut losses quick, let winners ride. Funded accounts, yeah, that's the plan. Side bar break, execute it. I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah, they fund the dream. Inside bar breakaway, patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. Pine tree trader, yeah, we build on rules. Price action only, that's the tool. From sin to pay, yeah, we stay clean. Inside the pines, that's the thing.
Yo, what is up? What is up? Jip Smith in the house. Lost Penny. Lay. Corey. Rage GT. Camden. Love the song. Awesome. Appreciate that. Stevie J. Today was a good day, Lay. Appreciate that, Camden. Solo Trader in the house. Yo, Jim. Yo, Jim still speaking Spanish. Let's go. Miss K. Sherry in the house. What's the name of the song? Pine Tree Trader number 2. Pine Tree Trader number 2. Yeah, that's the name of the song. It's one that I made up. The OG original label, yeah, that's right. All right, today, pretty good day. I took a base hit on the Apex accounts. So let's get into it real quick. We'll talk about the accounts, what happened, what we did. So here's the accounts on Apex. So 14 accounts, took a nice base hit, about $360, $370 across all of them, except the one I traded this one a little bit aggressively, but I ended up losing a little bit of this money, so I ended up being down or up about 700 or so, which is still a good day. But yeah, across all the 14 Apex accounts, took a beautiful trade off righty. Took a righty short. That one was about a $300 trade. And the Tradeify accounts, I just got a payout on these Tradeify accounts. So those all got approved. So $4,500. And then I ended up trading those accounts. And I think I made about $400 or $500 on each one of those. So after post payout, which is a good day. And then I took a $1,100 daily payout with Take Profit Trader. So overall, it was a good day. I just kept hitting the short button. Actually didn't trade that much. Once I stopped trading after I think like 11 o'clock. I was done. Emojis are back. Stevie J, what's up? Nate, thank you so much. Hope I got some TPT eval started. I have not. No, I just got the one account. I got the 150K, but you're right. We don't need to be resetting any of those accounts. Too expensive. But so we'll take it to payout on those tonight. So you should be about $1,000 after commissions too. I think it was about $1,200. And yeah, I basically caught the short. First inside bar, guys, paid big time. So I don't know if anyone took it. But yeah, first inside bar tonight or today. Here it is. If you would have took that short off that first one, it ripped lower. Even if you caught the second one, it went. So I did catch the first one for a piece with 2 micros. 2 micros. And I think I made like $100. But played out very well. I was looking for the targets down. So from yesterday, it's open. We ended up going a lot lower. I'm trying to scrunch this in here with the so you guys can see. But yeah, so this was yesterday's open, and that's what I was targeting on the short. And we ended up going a lot lower, and it finally reversed and put in a pretty nice bounce off the low, but really just consolidated down right around that 25,000 level. So it's just trying to stay above 25,000. That's all there is to it. Disciplined Trader, what's up? Hey, Tim Korth. Oh, let's go. $3,000 day for you. Thank you for all the help. No, man. Thanks for being here. That's awesome. Congratulations. Let's give it up for Tim Korth in the chat. That's a big day. $3,000. Yeah, you'll be getting a 5-figure day in no time. Thank you, Stevie J. Space Futures FX. $150K live account. Let's go. On the Discord. Let's check it out on the Discord. Tensor with the Tim Korth posted in the Discord too. Let's go. Fire on that. Tensor with the live account with Top Step. Let's go. Congratulations, Tensor. Pretty awesome. If you guys want to join the Discord, there it is. It is free. Yo, Tyler, what is up, my friend? Pole gap up or down? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm thinking, I'm going to say down. I'm going to say gap down. So yeah, so anyways, like I was saying, we were just really struggling to stay below that 25,000. Popped up above it. We'll see what it does tonight. Gold. Let's take a look at gold here real quick. Let's take a look at the hourly. Very choppy, the gold. Hourly is just kind of going sideways. Silver. That's the wrong silver. It's SIK, right? Silver, pretty nice pump in the afternoon with the silver. So I can't trade the metals with Apex yet. Hopefully they can figure that out and do that pretty soon. That'll be sweet. So I'll have to trade the Nasdaq. How many pro accounts can you have saved? 1, 2, 3? 5. Yep. So I think tomorrow the sale ends. So you see my post message here, 50% off pro accounts for new traders, 30% off for pro accounts for existing traders, 20% off rapid accounts, $49 for a 25K flex for new traders. Existing members pay 77. No activation fees. Use code PINE, MyFunded Futures. I appreciate it. But yeah, you can have up to 5 accounts with them. Pretty good deal. Trader University in the house. Tony Gold. His Royal Trades. What's up? You thinking down, Stevie J? I kind of think so too. Market opens up here in about 30 seconds. Indian Burn. Celebrity Terry Trades in the house. Uh-oh, I gave out the wrong information. The MyFunded Futures host is in the chat, says it's 3 accounts for anything larger than 50K. I'm sorry, with MyFunded Futures. So 5 of 50K accounts, but you can have up to 3 pro accounts, 150Ks. So my apologies for that. Bella in the house. Good morning. Good morning, Bella. Jeannie, what's up? Canary Trader. Finally can leave a chat. I know. So I'll be on MyFunded Futures tomorrow as a guest with Terry Trades 100. Just for 30 minutes, just to stop in and say what's up, you know, to promote the channel. Hopefully we get some new subscribers, and should be fun. All right, market's pushing down, guys. So I got this Apex 50K account. There is a sale going on. I'm not actually sure. Ashamed to say in front of Bella, but I'm actually not sure. It's about $35, 35 to 39 bucks for 50K right now. So what is that, like 80% off or something like that when you use code PINE? That's what I just picked up to trade. These PAs are looking mighty fine. Got them up to 1,100 bucks. The 3 new ones, the 4 new ones, I should say, are at 300 bucks, and one is at 700. So 750. So we're looking good. We're looking for another massive Apex payout. That's what we're gonna go for. And then I go back to Vegas on vacation. That's what we're gonna do. All right, pushed right down, so we can't hold below that 25,000 right now. Hey, Disturbed, what's going on? Go back to Vegas and double it this time? Yeah, that's right. I'm actually thinking about going to Black Hawk, Colorado. I'm trying to enunciate that. Black Hawk, like the bird, Colorado. It looks pretty fun. It looks like fun. They have 18 casinos there, and it's in the mountains, and it's in nature, which is my thing. You know, I love being in nature, so I'm not much of a city person. All right, getting a little push down here. Like I said, trying to stay above that 25,000 level. Colorado is beautiful. Yeah, I want to check it out. I've never been there. Looks really cool. It's an old mining town, I guess. They just turned into a bunch of casinos. So it should be fun. Never been either. Yeah, it looks really nice. Take a look here. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of casinos, like right in this, right in the mountains, and looks kind of neat. So I think I want to take a trip out here. I think this might be one of my next vacations. I don't know. Actually, I'm just gonna say it is gonna be one of my next vacations. That's what I wanted. That's might not be the next one, but it's gonna be one of. Your next trip in the fall? Nice. Yeah, so it is in Colorado, so I probably will wait till at least spring, early summer before I go. We are pushing down, getting kabooshed. I gotta remember not to try to trade the metals here on this account, because sometimes I get. We'll keep an eye on them though. Gold pushing down here. Silver pushing down as well. Nasdaq and righty pushing down. Little gap down on righty. That's interesting. Gap down on the righty, which is the Russell. So this is what I traded today on the Apex accounts. Made a nice little scalp. I actually been trading this a lot on Apex, and just looking for basically one trade. Right, he did you dirty. Yeah, you don't see many people trading it. So here's the trade I took. Actually, I actually caught the top. Let's see if I can see it. Yeah, it was right here. It was actually a scary trade, but we pushed up, pretty much filled this fair value gap, put it in this red candle here. I went short. Stop was just above, like not that high. So I went short here off this Harami, and stop went up at here, and I ended up taking profit just for a 1-to-1 basically. And in hindsight, it just ended up falling, but you know, it's still a nice trade. And like I've always said, guys, with the Apex accounts, you don't really need to be a hero. You just need to take those base hits. $300-400 a day is plenty, and then that way you can just kind of work towards that payout. But you make $300-400 a day. You take a $300 or $400 loss every once in a while. Next thing you know, 2-3 weeks, you're out of payout. So that's kind of the goal with the Apex accounts. You know, sometimes it's harder than than it looks, though. I mean, I did go tilt and lost my 10 accounts the other day, so sometimes it's harder than it's easier said than done, right? Thank you, Bella. Hey, Full Tilt Futures, what's up? No matter how good the market is now, I've stopped trading anytime except New York session. I love it, Lay, and I appreciate you hanging out too. Even though you're not trading, I appreciate you coming in every single day. You're one of the first people every day in chat that come in and say what's up. So I appreciate that. The town you're talking about is cool AF. Cripple Creek, I believe, an hour from Colorado Springs. New rules trader. Awesome. Yeah. So I'm kind of excited. I mean, I would like to make maybe a trip to Florida for a to warm my bones up, but I think that the Colorado, maybe late spring, early summer, or something like that, be pretty sweet. Never been. I might get hooked out there. I don't know. It might be my new Vegas. Because the one thing I like about it is that there's no smoking at the casinos there for the most part. So, and in Vegas, it's a lot of smoke, which I'm generally not a fan of. But matter of fact, I had to change hotel rooms my last Vegas trip because it was very stinky. I have a tough time sleeping. Hey, Forex Edge, what's up? Brianna, what's going on? Welcome. John buys distressed real estate. What's happening? Today was a great day. Great trading day. Felt really good. Pine streams used to be my dinner routine. Now it's my morning routine. Now it's the breakfast smoothie routine. Yeah. Chat's working, I think. Yeah, Trader University, that's for sure. Yeah, it's the tobacco smoke and stuff that gets me. Not a big fan. All right, we're getting a little bounce here off 955. I will give it a shot if we put in a harami, but I'm going to be a little bit patient, wait for the break, and then I'm going to look for the high. So what does make me nervous is that we didn't come down and fill this fair value gap at 936. So I'm going to be a little patient here. Let's wait to see how this candle closes. So I've done pretty well with this setup during Globex, but it's definitely not 100%. I would say it's probably closer to like 60%. 60, maybe 65. All right, that is a harami candle. Let's switch over to the MNQ here. Let's place a order to buy up right here. Ooh, I got some lag. It's gonna be a pretty wide stop here. We're gonna target up in here. Just 2 micros. If we get the break. We didn't really leave any zero prints either. That's a pretty bearish candle though, so like, you know, don't follow this trade unless it's something you take every day. Anyway, I'm on a eval, so like I said, it's not super high probability. It is a high probability that we do break both sides of the 5-minute candle 84% of the time. It just doesn't have to be right now. We haven't got filled yet. We haven't got filled. There we go. We got filled. Little slippage there. Guys, do me a favor, smash that like button. I'm long. Yeah, long Nasdaq. Stop at the low. 2 micros, risking 140 bucks, 150 bucks to make. It's basically a 1-to-1. 164. If this trade wins, I'm just going to go to the bar. It's like my Friday night. I'm just going to go to the bar if this trade wins. I think the Moscow Mule's got my name on it. I'm just kidding. Nice 10 points right off that. No drawdown so far. Force Fed, 2,600 today. I'll take it. 2,400 from the buffer on a 150K. Let's go, Force Fed. 2,600 is a great day. Took half your off your short. Nice, Canary Trader. Hey, Trader 007. Is it easier to reset account or get a whole new one? Take profit, Trader. Tony Gold, I think you're always better off just to get the eval. It really eats into your costs. I'm telling you. You know, you take a 50K, you can buy practically five evals for the price of one. And if you take a 150K, it costs 1,500 bucks to reset it. Think about it this way: like you could take 1,500 bucks and put it in a Trade of 8 personal account and trade a micro on it, maybe two micros on it, and have static drawdown and everything else. So I think it's just too expensive in my opinion, but not financial advice. I can't tell you what to do, but you know, I do reset accounts. I do. I have. It really eats into the cost though. I only usually reset accounts if I end up getting, if I'm on a payout roll. So if I'm on a payout roll, then I'll end up resetting an account. But what a nice trade here so far. Hey yo, Kato, what's up? Gonna get an eval. Let's go. Yeah, you have to remake the buffer anyway. Yep. Yeah, the only time I usually reset is if we have a market that's gonna pay. If I start to see like blood in the streets, and when you have starts ripping down lower, sometimes I'll reset an account because I can usually just hop in two minis maybe on a TPT, and I can get over the buffer pretty quick, just kind of holding it, but it's still very risky. So I always think that you should just get an eval. Like I said, you can get like 5 evals for the price of one reset. The kind of thing to do is always have a TPT eval going, and just have it ready, right? So if you lose a pro account, and especially I would not recommend resetting them if you're maybe a newer trader either. Like if you're someone that doesn't get payouts, yeah, it's probably not a good idea. It just gets too costly. I mean, you saw one of the streamers was posting about a pretty good trader. I mean, I don't know about a good streamer. I'm the best streamer on YouTube, but no, I'm just kidding. A pretty good trader that streams. He talked about how he had a really profitable month, but then he reset a ton of Take Profit Trader accounts, and it essentially he made no money with Take Profit Trader because he reset so many accounts. So yeah, but it's good to have, like someone said in my chat today, because I have one 150K Take Profit Trader account that's over the buffer, and I've been getting payouts with it all week. And someone said in the chat that you got some evals going, because I think they know me. They know that I should make sure I have some evals going to make sure I don't trade that. All right, what a nice trade, guys. Even if it doesn't hit TP, I mean, this is a ripper. But we're going to go for it. I mean, at this point, we're back above that 25,000. You have to remake, yeah, buffer intraday trailing, yep. Pine Bugs gets paid, I don't know. This is the setup, so we're going for that 84% that it breaks both sides. Now it could pull all the way back down in here. But we're kind of hoping it doesn't put in that double top. Hey, Adam Daz in the house. Let's go. The point between resetting or buying a new one on TPT, just time. It's just time. You know. So Take Profit Trader, I trade my accounts pretty aggressively, right? So I take my base hits with Apex, Tradeify, my funded futures, all the accounts that have consistency, I'll just take base hits. But Take Profit Trader is the account that I trade like aggressively, you know. I'll trade a mini on it as opposed to micros or something like that. That's the biggest change that I've made recently. It was an inspiration from Nutty Bar, because, you know, he was saying like, you know, like that, you know, he has one account that he will push the button on if he wants to if he feels like he wants to trade a little bit aggressive, but just one out of, you know, his 30 accounts or whatever. And so that's what I've been using with Take Profit Trader. And, you know, because just like I said earlier, it's like you don't need to have big home runs with some of these prop firms. It's just about taking those little base hit days. Taking it off. Taking it off right there. I say, I'm not gonna risk an extra 10 bucks there. There it goes. There's the push. But nice trade. I didn't want to be a dick for a tick there. A lot of times what people do is instead of looking for the top wick, they'll take it off at the body. So a lot of traders will trade the bodies. So we were just between that body and the wick where we took profit there. So what a nice trade. So, hey, I can promo my video, right? So I made this video, not for my good looks, but to kind of show, this is something that I've kind of came up with. I'm quite proud of, just from observation, right? Now there's probably a specific setup or an ICT setup with the same thing, but it's right here. If you go to my YouTube page, it's the 1 trade a day system, and that's exactly what we just took. So I'll put it in the chat there. It's exactly what we just took. Now, I haven't watched that video in a while. I might have changed up it a little bit, but Bella says base hits. Yes, base hits. So anyways, we can explain it. We can do a live explanation right now. So when I see this Harami candle right here, so the body opens and closes within the body of the previous candle. And what I look for is for it to make a new low, a new session low, or a new session high. And then I just simply go long on the break or the short. Like if you flip this around, this can do it for the, you know, on the short side too. Stop goes below. You got to calculate for size on how much you want to risk. Then you just look for the, well, in this case, so in this case, I'm looking for the target of the 5-minute ORB, you know, the break of both sides. Now, you can trade it in other ways too, where you're basically just looking for your target can be discretionary, right? So wherever you want your target to be, that's where your plan comes into play, but I'm trying to look for one. Haven't really seen one much during New York lately. Well, here is one. So we marked that out the other day. This is another one here. So this was at noon, right around lunchtime, New York session. So we made a new low, right? A new session low at lunchtime. And then we put in this harami. And if you went long here, and then stop goes below, this was literally the low of the day. This was the low of the day. And if you look up through here, I mean, it just kept going and going and going. So that's the trade. Now it doesn't pop up too often, but you know, and it doesn't work all the time, of course. Nothing does. But yeah, it's a pretty good little strat. Someone asked me if I like that one or the inside bar strat better. I really like this one. I think it's a super high probability, and I love being able to catch the low and the high of the day. It's just fun. Madi, what's up? Michelle, what's going on? JLB in the house. Poco still speaking Spanish. Let's go. Best method of trading would use the odds and probabilities. I agree. Thank you, George. The trade worked out exactly how I drew it. I know, isn't that cool? I love it when that happens. When a plan comes into, when you have a plan and it actually works. So here's the issue. I still have an hour and a half left to stream. That's the issue. So it's not so much the one trade a day, but we will trade. We'll keep trading. We'll look for some inside bars or something like that to keep trading. Peter, what's up? What's up? Dan Jones, you did it yesterday and said people comms weren't working, but you're just rambling in Spanish. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dan Jones. Yeah, so the chat wasn't working. Am I still trading gold and silver without CME out of stuff? So I didn't trade any of it today during New York. All I traded was MNQ and righty and NQ. But I will trade gold and silver. Let's take a look at gold and silver. I can't trade it with Apex right now, but hopefully soon. But I will watch gold and silver. Let's take a look at gold here. See if we have any single prints down here. I mean, zero prints. There is some zero prints down 194 area. So if we actually break this little bear flag here, or this trend line actually, it could actually push down into this area for a little scalp. 195, 195.7. If you guys are into the zero prints, we have a little group here. We have some to the upside too. 205, 205.6, 205.5, 205.6, 206.1. Tokyo CPI in 5. Oh, interesting. So bottom of the hour, Tokyo CPI. Let's take a look at the news. Let's take a look at Forex Factory. It's a good reminder. Thanks, Nate. We got Forex Factory pulled up here. Let's take a look at, see what we got for the rest of the week. So yeah, Tokyo CPI. This might actually move the market here in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Take a look at tomorrow. Tomorrow we have PPI, core PPI. So it might move the market tomorrow morning. Let's take a look here at the Tokyo CPI. This might actually shake things up a little bit. GC eats my lunch every time. It does me too. I mean, I get beat up with everything, but inside bars work pretty well with gold and silver during Globex, especially with the volatility has been picked up in the last month or two. Silver inside bars I like, so little silver inside bars. And I think that really the trick with gold is that you trade the micros because they are super over leveraged. And we're used to, like, if you could catch 10 points on, let's just say you went long here at 52,000 or 5,200, I mean, and it went up to 5,210. Like, you were a hero. I mean, catching 10 points is like catching 100 points in Nasdaq. Now we're having like 10-point candles sometimes with gold. So I think for the most part, people are just way over leveraged and it just smokes you. So, you know, if you're trading two micros maybe with gold, 3 max, you know, it presents itself pretty good. Same thing with silver. Silver micros, like 1 micro is like trading 1 mini NQ. So with silver, so it's really, really, really volatile right now compared to what it was a few months ago. You only do MGC, yeah. MGC pays like an index minis, and I don't think I'm going to pour beer on my computers. 17,000 mini server trade-in computer, I don't think so, no. Oh, you guys are talking amongst each other. You're short on, nice, Lost Penny, you caught the short. Real Sharp Trades, what's going on? New here, welcome, first of all. Inside bars. Yeah, I'll explain it here just a second. I just want to watch this CPI. I can explain it real quick. Inside bar right here. So like the very first inside bars are the ones I like to take during New York session and sometimes during Globex. But it's very simple. All I do is when it puts in an inside bar, so the wick and the body are within the wick and the body of the previous candle. And then if it breaks to one side, that's the side I go with. So if, in this case, it triggered a short. So I went short and then stop goes above. And then you look for, you know, 1 to 1, maybe a 1 to 2, something like that. 20 points usually minimum on the New York. CPI, Tokyo, not really doing much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I got some videos on it too, if you want to check them out. Here's one. That's the first inside bar of New York. I take the same thing with silver. So here's another explanation of the inside bars. That's my trading strategy for silver, and it's basically just talking about inside bars. I gotta make another video. I'm gonna make another long form. It's been a month since I've made a long form, but it takes a lot of work to make those long forms and then edit them and all that stuff. And then you know, I really don't get many views with them. The YouTube doesn't push out my long form like it does my live feeds. All right, so Nasdaq trying to stay above that 25,000. We got gold right now, right on the VWAP. So no trades on gold or silver at the moment. That's the wrong one. Yeah, silver just hanging out at the VWAP. Little Harami here. So this is a new session high. put in a Harami, what would my target be if I had gotten in the short? Could be the VWAP right at that 25,000, something like that. I actually missed it. I wasn't paying much attention. But it's basically the same setup. It's just on the opposite side, right? Rotund calzone. What is that? Do I see a merger of AZ and O? I don't know. I don't know what those are. And then I'm assuming they're stocks. I don't really trade stocks, Rotund. Hey, Bam Trades in the house. Oh, no problem, Real Sharp. I encourage questions. I love it. You know, especially when we're just watching the market, waiting for a good setup. So I love questions in the chat. Makes the stream go by much faster and makes for a good show. Because you don't, I mean, if there's no one in the chat, then I'm just going, all right, NQ's at 25,000 again, and you know, I gotta say something. So I love it. 300,000 investment on a fiber optic, $30 a share with over 900,000 profit. And want me to pour beer on my supercomputer? Lost penny. You got some investment in your setup. All right, bouncing here off the VWAP. What's the difference between a Harami and the inside bar? So I just kind of consider these Harami candles, even though like it's probably like considered a pin bar or something, but the body opens and closes within the body of the candle, where an inside bar, the whole body in the wick opens, you know, is it within the body in the wick of the previous candle. This one I just consider it like where it sweeps the high or the low, and then the body opens and closes. It's basically a reversal candle. So it's just a reversal candle, or it can be. A lot of times, sometimes it can act as a fake out too. Let me see if I can show a fake out. Well, this was kind of a fake out right here. So we actually never broke so this was during New York Open. Of course, you probably would have took the inside bar, but if you were just playing this Harami candle, it also presents a really nice short right there if you went short, because, you know, it acts as like a fake out, right? So it tried to bounce, and then the bulls gave up. And then at this point, you know, once it broke the low of that candle, and the bears started being back in control and the selling continued. So sometimes it can be, you can use that as a continuation too. And then an outside bar is simply, it's outside the previous candle. So it wicked above or below, and then trapped, and then pushed back up or down, and then put in an engulfing outside bar. And that's what these light pink ones are. And these tend to be very powerful candles, you know, but they also tend to be very large candles. This is one of my favorite setups to flip the switch on. If you see an inside bar like this, I would imagine it probably triggered a short. I don't really know. It probably triggered a short, and you would have lost on it, but then it immediately puts in a reversal with an outside bar. You would have got stopped out, but then triggered in a long. And then if you would have took the long, you would have made up all your losses and then some. I love that flip the switch strategy, but it's risky, because if it fails, let's just say you did take a long, and then this fails as well, which is what it did to me the other night, then you practically you're in a big loss then. Then you took 2 in a row, probably pretty good sized losses. So, all right, market's pushing down here. Nice price action. I feel like I should be capitalizing a lot more on it. I'm not used to the back and forth stuff lately. I mean, if you guys noticed there in New York, we're getting like one side just pushing straight down or up. Tonight we're getting a nice back and forth action. So 2 harami candles, bing bang, right back and forth. Let's see where we're headed here. 24,990. Gold just kind of hanging. Gold will probably perk up top of the hour. Pretty bearish there. Market looks like it wants lower. You boss a big harami. What's up, James? Or Jamies? Jamie Salgado, I'm assuming. DH. Hey, what's up? I'm in big losses on Nasdaq. I bought Nasdaq at 25,200. Oh, you must be. Are you in a personal account? You must be in a personal Pyra or some sort of swing account. Day trading, I do very well. I've done really well. I used Nasdaq to trade NVIDIA earnings reports and made 50,000, but without buying NVIDIA stock, using Nasdaq instead of position. Yeah, a lot of people traded the Nasdaq yesterday after the earnings or during the earnings. Can I suggest scaling with multiple accounts? 2 times I tried scaling, I failed. Oh, DH. You mean as far as copy trading or like using more than one account? It is psychologically much more difficult copy trading. The more accounts you have, the more difficult it can be. The best thing to do that I've found as far as copy trading multiple accounts is sizing down. So sizing down and then like just having that one account separate that you're not copy trading, that you can push the button on, if you feel the need. But just kind of having, just trading small as possible. And just remember, like, once you have those funded accounts, most of the time we all have the lifetime, have them for lifetime. You're not paying monthly on them anymore. Although I made a mistake and accidentally paying monthly on an Apex account when I was activating 4 of them today. Oh well. Hopefully I get a payout and I won't worry about that $100 a month, but so frustrating. Anyways, but yeah, so we have those accounts for life, and there's really no rush. If it takes us a few months to get to a payout, it's perfectly fine. I think that a lot of times, like on social media, you'll see people getting payouts every single day and whatever. And that's always nice, but results not typical, But for me, finding better success and having a record month, like one of my record months for payout wise this month, is just being able to have a daily payout account, but just taking, like I said earlier, just kind of trading small on when I'm copy trading multiple accounts. So yeah, knowing that I have those accounts for as long as I want to keep them. And the other thing is I hate passing evals. What's up, Alpine? Alpine probably knows that feeling too. He probably hates passing evals too. It's such a drag. It's a pain in the butt. Like, Alpine can get payouts on the regular. I'm someone that's starting to be able to get payouts much more frequently and on the regular, and trading evals, it can be a pain in the butt sometimes. So I want to keep my funded accounts as long as possible so I don't have to pay buy evals. Let's go. You got a $1,000 payout today on TPT. Let's go, Alpine. I did too, actually. After commissions, it should be right around 1,000. So yeah, I think I made about 1,200 bucks. I felt like I should have made a lot more though, but it's always that feeling when you catch the nice short. You know, you catch the nice short. Like I caught it, and off these inside bars. 214 people watching, 55 likes. Guys, smash that like button. Let's get that like button up. Let's push that YouTube algorithm. Looking like a short here. We're sitting right on the VWAP here. I'm not going to do much. I missed the short while I was gabbing, possibly. So in hindsight, it worked pretty well. But if you guys are just tuning in, we caught the long off this Harami candle. Took it right up here. So beautiful trade. Finally worked again. Get caught in that 1-0. Yeah, the Harami worked pretty good, Eddie Trader. Yeah. Targeting 24,900. Woo. Yeah, I mean, we could. Like, so we got that gap down here. We just came to the top of it earlier and then bounced. So far it's holding, but it's not really looking like it wants to hold now. Copy trading fail. Yeah. The rival stream communication jammers active today, Mike Roch. Yeah, I know. Yesterday was crazy with the YouTube chat not working, and yeah, it was nuts. NQ 5-minute looks like a massive bear flag. Yeah, it kind of does. I mean, probably the higher time frames. The higher time frame you go, starting to play out, right? Hourly chart. Just a big bear flag. Thank God the chat works today. Yeah, I agree, Bella. Thankfully, I thought no one. Was viewing the stream yesterday. I was like, what is going on? Because I was kind of like, well, you know, my numbers have been pretty good. You know, I'm not gonna complain, but you know, a little bit lower than what they were a month ago, because you know, there's other people streaming Globex now. But so then last night I'm like, well, what is really going on? And like, no one was in the chat, and the chat was frozen, and I'm like, this is weird. Like, no one's around. Yeah, especially 150Ks or consistency evals. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, trying to pass those 150Ks. Pain in the butt. I bought the straight to fundeds, you know, with Lucid. The 150Ks, the $6,000 drawdown. I don't have them right now, but that's what I bought when I first started trading with Lucid, because I'm like, yeah, I go, that's a pretty good deal. Now, like Alpine and I was both saying, is that 20% consistency, and if you happen to get into drawdown on those accounts, it's very tough to kind of get back with 20% consistency, but it is possible. A little tip, like if you're trading a consistency account, let's just say 20% on say a straight to funded account with Tradeify or Lucid, what you want to try to keep in mind is that if you just keep your daily loss limit at that consistency level. So let's just say your daily loss, let's just say the consistency, the most you can kind of make on an account is 600 bucks. Well, try to keep your daily loss limit under 600 bucks. And then that way you don't have to worry about it as much. Easier said than done, I know, but trust me, like, it'll save you a lot of headache, and it will also save your account. All right, Zero. Take it easy. Thank you for stopping in. I keep smashing the like button, but it just goes up and down. Yeah, you gotta hit it 3 times. You gotta hit the like button 3 times. So we were back below that 25,000 level. Do we push down into this? That is the question. I'm waiting for an inside bar or something. You're always your perma bull, Jarf? Looks very dumpy. I have my best days on bear days. I really do. I guess I'm kind of a bear at heart when it comes to the markets. I don't know. Not that I mean to be, but when I had that Buellanox account for like 3 months, I think it was like 75% of all my trades were shorts. And, you know, I kept that account for like good 3 months, whatever. Got 4 payouts on it. Buellanox. You short, Jarf? Nice. Kind of wish I was short, but I feel like I'm chasing at this point. Perhaps we get pushed back down in 955s. This low here, fill this gap. Maybe run at minimum, run the wick at 955. We'll see. You could very easily put in a double bottom too, then push back up to the BWAP. Bella doesn't sleep. No, she's always going back and forth to different streams. I made a new account, reset everything 2 times, had other people around me come chat and sub. Nice. Zoom streaming design knob, that would be hilarious. Dean Bishop in the house. Blackout News, what's going on? I knew should have stayed short, damn it. Yeah. I know. I hate that blackout where you I did it last night. I got beat up bad on stream where I was going back and forth at the open. I'd go long and then I'd go short. I'd stop myself out and go long, go short. I kept getting paper cut. I hate getting paper cut. I mean, I've kind of been liking the idea of just trading a little bit smaller but having a wider stop and trying to wait to see if the trade actually plays out. Because if I have a too tight a stop, it's just, man, I can get paper cut so bad. And especially trading off the 5-minute chart. If you're trading off smaller time frames like a small tick chart or a 1-minute chart, you know, you can have more sniper entries, but for me, it's pop and drops. I'm short now in a Buellanox live account. Wow, pop and drops. You're in a Buellanox live account? You might be the only one in a Buellanox live account in my chat. Congratulations, by the way. That's pretty awesome. If you drew a big descending channel, you would probably see that a few short here would be an excellent short. Yeah, I think so too. This was the play right here off that VWAP test. Copy traded 3 50Ks. We can gamble with Streamlabs. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's little games and stuff people can play. Helps keep the chat rolling, which is good for the YouTube algorithm too. Copy traded 3 50Ks. Blue 1 pass 2. Okay, that's okay. Would I be annoyed? No. No, I would not be annoyed. No, that's good, Benny. I mean, that's okay. I mean, if you were trying to get them passed, you needed about 50%, another 50%. So that's pretty good. 1 out of every 3. Like I've said, I trade my evals pretty aggressively. So 1 out of every, or losing 1 out of 3. I mean, it's pretty good. You trade 100 tick, 1 minute and 5 minute. Nice. Popping drops. Went to get beer and still in my last run of short. Let's go, Canary Trader. Getting ready for that celebration drink. Yeah, that's the thing, Benny. So that's the trick, is that you got 3 funded now, 1 with buffer. So, you know, you passed some accounts tonight trading very aggressively. So, you know, it's difficult sometimes to slow down, but that's what you really got to do. Because if you go and pass or trade those funded accounts like you traded those evals tonight, you know, then they might not last very long. So that's a good thing to do, is kind of slow down, like you said. Do I pass my evals in 1 day? If I don't have any accounts, yeah. So if I kind of Steven Gordon, I mean, that's just honest. It's like, if I don't have any accounts and I need a funded accounts, then yeah, I trade them pretty aggressively. But then you got to slow down. You know, you got to try to slow down. So you guys just tuning in, I mean, you know, here's my Apex accounts today. 2 trades, $373 each account, perfectly fine. 1 trade I made 300 on. The other trade I made about $70. So I just try to trade it, and I traded 2 micros with MNQ. So 2 micros and then 1 righty. So, you know, you got to really slow down. Pump the brakes. Can you see my trading setup? You did. Suave. I just took one right here. Or do you mean like today? So today, here's the trading setup right here. This righty trade, I took that. And it is right here. I can show you it. So we pushed up, right? We had this big V bottom going. We put in this Harami type candle. I went short right at that candle. So I went short. You can see. Oop. See it right here. I went short, and then I just went and I took profit right here. So that was it. That was that main trade, and then I went short off the inside bar. The very first inside bar is right here. 2 micros. Right here. So that was a 2 micro trade, and yeah, I didn't make that much on it, but it was like $70. And then we just took a setup right here. This is the 1 trade a day setup. We just went long here, and we targeted right here, that high. So right here. So here's the trade we've taken so far tonight. Went long here, took profit here, and that's it so far. Now we're just waiting. Oh, my actual setup, my monitors. Yeah, I have a video on it. It's right here. I'll put it in the chat. It's literally right here. It's my... I have 3 monitors. My thumbnail is AI. That's it. That's my trading setup. It's nothing fancy. Benny, I like your attitude. Yeah, no, I mean, I like your patience. This is the key to this game, is being patient. And like I've always said, is if you have other income sources coming in, even better, right? So like if you have a job, or if you do DoorDash or something while you're trading and keeping that steady income coming in, but taking your funded accounts, your trading accounts, your personal accounts, whatever, and just being super patient with it, and then looking for those best setups, you'll be amazed on as the payouts will just start kind of flowing in. So just being patient, you know, try not to blow up your account on day one type stuff. That's never fun. But yeah, no, that's the best thing to do. So guys, do me a favor and smash that like button. I appreciate everyone being here. We've got almost 250 people watching. And I really appreciate if you take the time and just hit that thumbs up for me. We've taken one trade so far. We're looking for another trade. I overtraded a bunch last night on stream, so I'm just kind of looking for those really good setups at the moment. Take a look at gold and silver. Gold and silver is just no play. It's just hanging at the VWAP. So Nasdaq's kind of where it's at. We'll see what gold and silver do top of the hour here in a minute and a half. See if it actually moves. Oh, Suave. Yeah, you didn't know if it was my actual setup. No. Believe it or not, Suave, I trade. So this is crazy, but I have a mini PC. So in that video, I have a mini PC. It literally fits in my fanny pack. I mean, yeah, my fanny pack. And yeah, I have 3 monitors, and the only thing different that I wish I would have done is, so you see how I have my monitors set up like this? And actually, I need to get, I want to get another light too, because I'm going to ask Alpine what he uses for a light, because I don't like this light. But if I had to change this over again, I would have 2 monitors stacked on top of each other, and then I'd have one monitor to the side, flipped. You know, I'd have it flipped vertically, and then use that for my stream, because I only use this for my stream. So it's just to see the chat and stuff. Yeah, Alpine's got some nice equipment. I've seen I don't know if it was a picture on Twitter or something like that. You got a nice clean setup. I like it. Very, very sweet. But it shows. I mean, your stream looks good. But to be honest with you guys, like if I wasn't streaming, I would probably have, you know, I mean, I make so many trades off my Chromebook while I'm sitting on the couch. Like I mean, I use Tradeovate, so I don't really need much, and I don't use any indicators, and I don't really use other charts. So I mean, I really only need like one screen. But this mini PC actually works really well for streaming and stuff. It's I think it's it might be a 32 gig or 64 gig. I don't remember, but it's pretty good. The only thing that's downfall of the mini PC is the no graphics card. The graphics card is lacking, but I don't do any gaming on my PC. I do I have the PlayStation for that. This is my workstation, so I like to just leave the workstation and go sit on the couch and use the PlayStation if I do any gaming. Oh, thank you, Trader University. So you DoorDash? I used to do a lot of DoorDashing. DoorDashing and Walmart Spark, Uber Eats. Walmart codes are only new users. I know, Jarf. I know. Yeah. There is that one for existing. But yeah. So $77 for the 25K flex all in, which is a pretty decent deal for existing members. Code Pine, but Lucid too, 50% off. Still 50% off for people. My nephew has traded with 5 micros this entire time frame is 5 minutes, 30-point stop loss. He made 2,400 today, and he went to his normal job. Nice. Yeah. Trading 5 micros too. You know, you can make a lot of money. Lights reflecting off the monitor hurts. Yeah. Yeah, I need one of those diffusers. So lights with a diffuser. Like I saw it in the BDH down in Patrick's studio where, you know, he has this giant, you know, the giant studio lights, but it's got a giant, you know, big, huge diffuser on it. And it's tough to like, you know, you don't want, actually, let me turn this light on too. So I just have this ring light and stuff because that's what I use when I travel and stream. But, yeah, I'm gonna actually make some changes to the stream. I got some plans. Especially the layout. So the layout, I want to make it look a lot more professional. Do a new banner, things like that. It's in the works. I just haven't done it yet. First of the year, I ended up buying a new microphone, which was a big improvement, and then, you know, a new camera, things like that. I just kind of slowly improve as time goes on, especially with the stream, because, you know, as we get more popular, then I just make little improvements. But yeah, I'm so surprised on this mini PC on how well it works. And it was like $380 or something like that. It's just nuts. Oh no, blackout news. TBM's got good lighting. Yeah, he does. That studio looks really good. That's the thing, Bella, is like I don't know a thing about this stuff. It was all very, very new to me. Very new. I've come a little ways. I mean, I used to use a old shop light, so like literally a fluorescent shop light. You know, where it's probably like it was LED, but it's like the old like T8s bulbs, you know, T12 bulbs. That's what I had as a shop light, and I would stick it behind the monitors when I first started streaming, and that's what I had. And it blind you because you were staring at the light. Yeah, it was crazy. We are just chopping kind of at the VWAP now, so we've gone sideways. So not totally upset with I did miss this trade here. This would have been a beautiful like snip snap back and forth off this Harami, of course in hindsight, but we took it all the way up, took profit, and then took it back down. It's been an awesome trade, but awesome 2 trades. Let's take a look at gold here. Is gold doing anything yet? We're kind of breaking down on the gold. So we got some zero prints sitting down. It's at 94. So those are still in play. That 94.5, right in that area. Even the low, 191.6. If it starts to break to the upside, as far as zero prints go on the histogram, they've actually been filled. So they actually got filled a little while ago. So right now it looks like it might try to push down on gold. You play FIFA, Bella? Nice. I should actually get FIFA. What's games I've been playing lately? Battlefield 6, the new one. I've been playing a lot of that. And then I was playing Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man. I was playing some of that the other day. You're 17 and learning to and trading in DoorDash. Awesome, Trader University. Welcome. Hey, Miss K, thank you so much. Yeah, smash that like button. Oh, appreciate that, Lost Penny. You're getting smoked, Blackout News. It's starting to break above this VWAP here. Problem is, so what I've been really trying to do with my trading is have targets in mind. Usually, you know, I always have where I want to place a stop. That's usually the first thing that goes in my head. Is like, how much am I going to risk on the trade? And then I'd like some of the best trades is knowing just kind of where I want to take profit. Now, I don't always get to that point, but just having an idea, because you never know what the market wants to give you, you know. That's the only downfall of having a specific take profit in mind. Like right now, if I went short, I'd try to target down in this area. But down in this gap, if I was to go short. I might try a short here, just see what happens. No real setup. I'm just kind of do stop at the high here. I'm looking for the lows and then down into this gap. 2 micros. Although it does look like it's kind of breaking the little flag area here, but $50K pass, easy, nice. Struggling to pass 150Ks, top steps. What's the little square down here? This is called the data box. It's right here on the left side. Jacob, thank you so much for the sub. Little data box right there. Pretty handy. Ooh. Yeah, I'm kind of like regretting this trade. Looking at this price structure here, we really kind of broke that. Add into this DCA for the homies. It's on an eval, 50K eval here. Yeah, no problem, Keith. My computer's strictly for trading. Yeah, mine too, pretty much. You have a professional trading setup. Yeah. It depends on what you're using for software or trading platforms too. But yeah, if you're trading any downloaded stuff, you know, and you're using multiple screens. Most of the stuff I use is all web-based, so. But yeah, it's nice to have a dedicated setup, you know, for your streams, for your trading, things like that. I do need to get a new laptop. I need to get a new laptop for traveling, so I can stream and travel. My laptop it's shit. It just is. It's garbage. $44 the Punisher in the house. Mr. Tactical, TPT is uploaded. No payouts for you, though. Let's go. Thank you for that. I'm actually going to sign in, take my daily payout. Alpine's probably waiting to take his daily payout. I guess it's updated now. Guys, if you haven't traded TPT, Take Profit Trader, and you want to give it a shot, it's 40% off, no activation fee. If you use code PINE, I appreciate it. But lately, I've been having so many issues trying to sign into the website. I don't know why. There we go. All right, underwater here on this trade here. I'm actually thinking about getting out of it. Looking at that price structure and where it just broke. This trend line here, little kind of like a massive bull flag on a shorter time frame. I don't know. The market just seems so bearish though. Sorry, I'm just taking my payout here. So maybe I can trade the account a little bit later. So $1,258.58. 50 cents. $1,258 for a daily payout. Which comes to $1,006 after commissions. So I can't wait to be able to get into the Pro Plus and get that 90% commission, because it really adds up. But we secured the bag. So we got a $1,000 daily payout. Secured the bag. Here's the link. Take Profit Trader. Use code PINE. Picking up any accounts. Get those daily payouts, guys. Get those daily payouts while you're working on trying to work on those other accounts. Work towards payouts on the other accounts, you know. Which laptop is best to trade? I don't even know, Chris Hoy. I mean, the gaming laptops are pretty good, but it all depends on what you're trying to trade Like if you're just using Trade-Evate Web, like I literally trade Chromebooks. I use a Chromebook. It's like $200, and I use Trade-Evate Web with that. So, but if you're using something like Quantower or if you're streaming and trading, I'm getting out of this trade. I don't like it. That was dumb. It started to reject back down here, and that's what I was kind of thinking, is that we would pop back down into this zone, but and then I got looking and I go, oh, we kind of broke the structure. We could possibly push up higher to that 36.75, the high. Oh well. Lost $50 on that. $60. Have you used you reviewed laptops recently? The LG seemed to be a pretty good price spec, a very decent price, slim and quiet. Oh, nice, Solo Trader. I'll have to take a look at those LGs. I blew up my daily payout account this morning, reset it, and then blew it again. Yeah, that's where it hurts. Look at that 20 rejection, Alpine. Big 20 rejection. Lost penny, 150K is getting reduced size, 5 micros, 30-point stop loss. Use the entry time, 5 minutes. Yeah. You're just gonna send it if you get low, FL. Works 20% of the time, all the time. That's right. 20% of the time, all the time. 107 likes. Go. Let's go, guys. Let's get those likes up. Let's see if we can get up to 200 likes. Dell Latitude Business, 150, $200 all day. Let's go. Dell, the last Dell computer I had, I'm glad I got exited out of this position. What a dumb trade. That was stupid. I'm looking in hindsight, right? It looked like we were trying to wick up and then push back down, but after we broke that structure, that was a pretty nice little bull flag long, really. If you kind of draw a line here and do this number, little bull flag long, but oh well. We'll look for the next one. Maybe we'll get an inside bar here. You use a Lenovo Legion 5 Pro? Yeah, I got to get something because I want to travel in the future here, and I want to be able to stream sometimes, you know. I'd only do it if I had to stream. I'd only buy a new laptop because I have to stream. I mean, besides that, I mean, I love the Chrome. It sounds stupid. I love the Chromebook. Super fast and just what I need with Trade-Evate. Because like I said, I generally just trade off one screen anyway. I haven't mastered trading off the phone yet, though. I do not like it. I know some people do. I can't get used to it. Gold moving like a turd. Yeah, it really is. Oh, it's actually popping up now. Gold and silver. So the nice thing is, like, when you have multiple screens, is that you can watch different instruments too, or different time frames. So that is the advantage of having multiple screens, especially for streaming. Like, oftentimes I'll have a another account up on another screen, and I'll have it on gold, so that way I can just take a peek, you know. Because it's kind of difficult to watch all the gold, silver, Nasdaq, and then, you know, chat, you know, read the chat, you know, while you're trading. You know, you're multitasking like crazy. But oftentimes I miss trades. The nice thing about having the indicator, the inside bar indicator, if you guys want to know what that is, it's right here. So it's called LDT, inside outside bars, is that I can just look over quickly and see what's happening on the, as far as inside bars or whatever. It's easy to identify because you don't need it. I mean, you can look at a, you know, just a regular chart here like I have on Righty. This is what I traded today. The only reason why I have it on red and green candles is because it's part of the strategy that I'm trading on it, where I have to go off the red and green candle, whether or not I take a long or short. So that's the reason why. Besides that, I usually just do the black and white candles. Gold's now pushing the opening range. Yep. I missed that, Solo Trader. Thank you. You hate the worst bear trends. I hate them. Perfect bear flags now grind up to stop people out once they, most people. Yeah, I know, Pawn. It's tricky. Tricky. I like the price action today compared to the last few days for some reason, but especially like tonight's price action, even though I'm not capitalizing on it. But it's pretty nice. When you get these big M patterns and W patterns, these are what I like to trade the most. Just not really capitalizing like I should. It has 2 USB portable screens for trading, but then packed them up for gaming session. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I got some cheap portable monitors that I picked up. I've been trading for a very long time. Most of the time when I'm trading, my entire time frame will be 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Do not let my stop loss go. 30 points when I'm scalping. Nice, lost penny. Yeah, 30 points is a pretty good stop loss. Hey, Pine, yesterday's New York AM session, I tried catching the repriced long after a huge sell. It kept dumping, and then I went full tilt, blew 10 on my fundeds with 4K buffer. Any advice? Don't do it again. No, it happens. I mean, my advice is to not beat yourself up about it, because it's going to happen, and it's going to happen. It happens to 98% of all the traders in this chat. Like, it happened to me the other day. So I had 20 Apex accounts. I just got a big payout with all of them, right? I ended up losing 10 of them. Yeah, just the other day, that were all, you know, in profit, you know, over the buffer, things like that. So it still happens. Now, thankfully, I didn't lose all my accounts. You know, that was the bonus. But I think I don't know how to pronounce your name. Bina. Let me ask you a question. Are you someone that's gotten a lot of payouts before? Have you gotten any payouts? Well, halfway through a TPT eval, 3K up on Apex accounts. Let's go. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. All right, Stevie J. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I won't see you tomorrow. Actually, yes, see me tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, guys. I'll be on My Funded Futures TV with Tom and Terry for the last 30 minutes of their segment. So please come by and you know, spam the chat for me. I want to see my fans there. What made me full tilt? There was a reason that's kind of sent me tilty. Well, I think I was kind of chasing the high water mark. I was up on the day and then I went down. And then then I went down again and it just kind of spiraled out of control. I ended up taking a bunch of paper cut losses for like $500 a whack. And it just kind of spiraled and I just stopped trading. 10 a.m. Eastern time. Terry's listening. 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Bam trades accidentally hit the short minis instead of micros and then blew my account at stop loss. So I don't know if Abina, I'm sorry, I'm botching your name. I don't know if it's still listening, but like any advice after you blew a bunch of funded accounts? Yeah, just don't think that you got to get a bunch of funded accounts again. Just start off small, especially if you're someone that's never gotten a payout before, right? So if you're someone that's never gotten a payout before, it's very, very difficult to like just buy 20 accounts or more and then expect to get to a payout. Now, people that are more experienced, and you know, I'm still not the trader I want to be, but I've gotten some time under my belt. I get payouts on a regular basis. I haven't missed a payout month in I don't know how long. So I felt like this year, when I started this year, I was like, well, I'm gonna try for the kind of go for that max payout type stuff with Apex. That was my goal, and it was the new challenge for myself. But before that, I wasn't doing that. I'd have like 3-4 Apex accounts, and that's what I was trading. 5 Apex accounts. And that's what I would get payouts on. It wasn't 20. And I think it's difficult, especially for newer traders. It's still difficult for me. It's like I was saying earlier, it's stressful copy trading all those accounts. And when I got to the very last day before I got that 40K payout, well, it was 30K and then 10K. But when I got to the very last day before I got that bigger payout, I traded each one of those accounts individually to get the trading days in because I was scared to copy trade them all. So I had anxiety like I did when I very first started trading funded accounts. So yeah, not having too tight stop loss. That's what I find too, Lost Penny, is like having that tight stop loss. I wish I would have just kind of held. That's one of those things like we were talking about earlier, but I really, really didn't like the way that broke that structure there. But yeah, having tight stop losses, so sizing down and having a little bit wider stop sometimes, much better. We'll bounce back. Yeah. So yeah, I feel very good about it. I mean, it's fine. We're already moved on from that point, and yeah. Oh, you took out 70K from Apex last month? You're a pro. I mean, you're not a pro, but yeah. So I didn't know if you were like a brand new trader. That's the thing, because oftentimes I'll see newer traders just trying to get as many funded accounts as they can and have never gotten a payout before, So, but yeah, you took out 70K from Apex last month. It feels bad, but you just got to get back on that horse and do exactly what got you to there in the first place. This is why we trade props, right? This is why a lot of us trade props, is to be able to keep our risk to a minimum. Because let's just say Abina, is that you were trading a personal account and you went on tilt like that, you could have lost tens of thousands of dollars, perhaps, maybe. Whereas where you had those 10 Apex accounts, what did you really have invested in those accounts? Maybe $1,500, So that's the advantage of trading in the prop firms. It sucks, we don't want to do it, but if I do lose an account, I'm losing $150. I'm not losing thousands of dollars. And yeah, I want to be to the point where I'm trading a personal account, a 6-figure personal account, and to be able to make 5 figures a day on a personal. That's where I want to be in my trading journey. I'm just not there because I still have those tilt days that I can't stop myself from destroying an account. So yeah, just don't beat yourself up. get back on the horse. You'll be all right. You can do it again. I mean, you did it once. You can do it again. Just take it slow. I think taking it slow and getting your confidence back is a good key too. Yeah, I agree with you, Lost Penny. Yeah, you can back test. You can trade on demo all you want, but unless you're put real money into the game, it's, you know, a whole different ball game. DH, yeah, oh yeah, it's not to be taken lightly. The more accounts that you're copy trading, the harder it is. Doesn't a lot of gold right now. You're trading first time with NQ. Nice one. Yeah, so I don't know how long Apex is gonna have the metals, the ban on the gold and silver, but I would, if I know Apex, they're working on it. So I think they'll, hopefully we can get the metals back. Laptop's fine. I run 3 monitors. Yeah, screwing around hard at this level. Yeah, right at the VWAP, right at that 25,000 level, blackout. So this is kind of the little chop fest right at this whole number, right? And which is why the volume weighted average price is right here. So it's one of those, it's that old saying, don't diddle in the middle. Like we're right in the middle, even though you can kind of get some nice little scalps off it, but we're not getting that big move yet. Now we'll see if it wants to push down and break out of this little range, which is, it's looking like it wants to, but it's tough to try to sell this because it could just pop right back up. So range traders right now are getting paid. And it's not uncommon after a big move like today to just kind of go sideways, because that was a pretty big move. Let's take a look at gold here. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, gold looking a little bearish right now. Nice little push down. Missed a beautiful gold long there off that inside bar. This inside bar did not pay well at all. Market's been a little stale tonight, to be honest. The gold markets starting to pick up now. It usually picks up after I get off stream. Hey, Bear Trader. Yeah, let's go. I'm ready. And I don't even have to get up that early, so that's a bonus. Not like Terry's live stream that she does before her show, or before the My Funded Future show sometimes. Too early for me. Now, you know what the funny thing is? I was always always an early bird, but since I started streaming at night, it takes me a long time to wind down after the stream. And then usually after stream, I go eat dinner. I'll socialize. After the stream, right? So it's kind of like after work. And yeah, I end up usually staying up till 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning now. And I get up usually right around market open. Sweeped in long, it could. It's so tricky because in your mind you're thinking after the big push down that we could just break at any moment and then just plummet. But if you draw the box, the $1 million box, kind of caught in this little range here, and you don't know. Like, it's tough to go short because it could just bounce here and go right back up. But I don't really know. At this point, it's still kind of chopping in the first 5-minute bar. So we swept above and below the first 5-minute bar, and it's gone nothing but stayed right in the middle of it so far. So until we break out of that range, I mean, it's kind of tough. Now, like I said, you could scalp inside this and get some points, but it's aggressive plays, very aggressive plays. I should have just held. I ended up covering my short or my long, no, my short right here for a loss. I had to stop up above. I should have just, I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking we were just gonna keep going. I got out early, but the trade of the night so far, guys, was this long off this Harami candle, and I haven't traded much since, but get rid of all these lines here. So now we were testing that range here. Now, did we break down through? It is the bottom of the hour, so it very well could. I think we have a gap down here I've marked out on the 5-minute chart. So we bounced off the top of it. We could push down into this area. Now, I am just speaking for commentary. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just speaking for commentary, but if you're in a long, it could work. If you're in a short, it could work. I don't really know what's going to happen. I don't want to talk anyone out of their trades, but this is what I'm just talking, thinking out loud. We're trying to break down. Nice outside bar short there. Really, the only thing that didn't work so far as the indicators go, is this one. This one didn't play very well. Everything else is working. And we've had no inside bars, and that's really what I've been waiting for, is an inside bar to play. Hey, Bear Trader, the video for X is already done. I'll tag you tomorrow. Let's go, Bear Trader. Appreciate that. Bear Trader's been making a lot of stuff for My Funded Futures and stuff on X, and doing videos and things like that. They're pretty cool. Smash the like button. Thank you, Medine. Hey, Digital Nukes in the house. What's going on? DH, I'll see you tomorrow, all right? Thank you. What's the thesis? Hashtag no thesis, Sean. So I trade inside bars, outside bars, and Harami candles, bear flags, bull flags on a 5-minute chart. That's what I do. I trade gold, silver, Nasdaq, YM, and righty now. But most of the time in the stream, I trade Nasdaq, gold, silver. If you take a look at my trades tonight, this was very poor. This was possibly a trade out of boredom. That was a bad one. But the first trade, if you rewind to the first 15 minutes of the show, you see I took a nice trade off this Harami candle on the basis of the first 5-minute candle. The first 5-minute candle of the Globex session gets broke 84% of the time. So both sides end up getting breached 84% of the time. So yeah, that was pretty much it so far. To be honest with you, my trading's been a little bit lame tonight. I'm just not really seeing it. But yeah, welcome. I stream here every single night, 5:45 to usually about 8 o'clock Eastern time. I stopped trading Asia. Yeah, sometimes it's tough, Blackout. You kind of got to find your session that's best for you. So if you like New York, just trade New York. Like, I appreciate, people that hang out at this time. A lot of times, people work full-time jobs, like a 9 to 5. So this is the time they get to watch streams and trades, which is awesome. But yeah, you just got to try to find that session that works for you. We are looking like we want to push down here. I might try a momentum short, but I'm not really getting that momentum. Kind of look at those zero prints down there too. You trade volume profile, supply and demand, and ORB. Nice. Yeah, I trade. I started with volume profile, market profile, TPO charts, everything like that. So I'm pretty familiar with that stuff. 9% after hours. Holy cow! Netflix is up 9%. Wow. Thank you to the new subs. Jacob, Trader Miami. Thank you for the new subs. If you guys haven't subbed, please sub. We're going on to 7,000 subs. All organic too, which is, I feel very grateful for that. Besides doing giveaways, you know, which is not so much organic, but all organic, and we love that. Back it up, Terry. Yeah. It's on the BDH Lost Penny. Back it up, Terry. From that that short video. Liquidity and equilibrium for Asia. 10 a.m. is the best though. You think so? Third eye, yeah. Yeah, it's trick. I've gotten much better at trading Asia, but man, when I first started this stream, I used to stream New York, but then for the channel, I started streaming Globex in Asia just because viewership, right? I'd stream New York, wouldn't get anybody watching. Started streaming Globex Open. Now everyone's trying to copy what Tiger and I are doing, streaming the Globex Open, which is perfectly fine. Everyone's trying to make a living streaming. We get it. But it was for the viewership, and man, I sucked at streaming or trading Asia, and I still do some nights. Last night I chopped that account up so bad, so quick. But yeah, just kind of picking your shots. And then when I was sitting on the couch and watching last night, and I'm looking at the chart, and I'm like looking at these inside bars and everything. And I go, if I only just traded the inside bars, I'd have been fine. But instead, you know, I was doing dumb things. And if you look at my setups, this is last night, right? So we had the gap down. I tried to go long right here. That was a poor decision. All I had to do was wait for that first inside bar, which is my setup. Go short, would have been a beautiful trade. Got some outside bars, beautiful trades off those. You know, inside bar, the very next inside bar, right here. Could have took a nice little scalp long there. You know, this one didn't pay. You know, but I mean, it was just, instead I was down. Instead of taking this short last night, I ended up being down like $600 in short order. All right, looks like we're trying to push down and fill this gap here. Thought about hopping in on momentum, but do we actually hold the double bottom? I don't really know. Looks like we're trying to push down and fill that gap. I have a feeling we will. Maybe top of the hour if we don't do it right now. Let's see if we can get in on a little pullback. This is my worst trades. Just trying to get in on a little pullback to hop in on a so hopping on short here. We'll look at the add into this. Place a pretty wide stop here. Just going to target it down into here. And then we're going to scale into this. So right now, 1 micro. Just going to try to go on a little momentum. Try to scale in. Starting with 1 micro. Hop into 2 micros there. We'll add into this if we can. So far, it's trying to hold that gap. That's why we bounced right at the top of it. If you take a look right here, that's where we bounced last time. There we go. Come on. Break that 54. We'll add into this at 69. And we're just going to hope that there's no double bottom. All right, adding into this. Stops above the 25,000 again. Ooh, she's putting in that. Did it wick below there? Oh, it did wick below on the NQ. It did wick below. It's really trying to hold that gap. It did not wick below on the MNQ though. So like I said, I'm planning on scaling into this. We'll try to scale in if we reject the 80s. I don't like the way Nasdaq whip below though. Okay. That's all in for me. 4 micros. See if we can reject off that 80. That's a little, if you zoom way in, you see we just made a new low there with the NQ, so that's a little scary. No, might have bought the bottom. I sold the bottom, I mean. The Bible, what's up? Any comments about Lucid? Oh, yeah, I got Lucids. Yeah, Lucid's 50% off, too. I love Lucid. Take a look at my payouts with Lucid. So, humble brags. So, I trade with Lucid. Here's my payouts. Had not gotten one this year yet. But here's my Lucid payouts. Had a nice little run with them in the month of November and last December. I have not picked up, managed to trade them very well lately. So the finish last year when I very first started trading with them, that's where we're at. So I did it with mostly the direct funded accounts, the 150Ks. So love Lucid, guys. I love Lucid. Fastest payout in the game. Look at that outside bar. Damn it. I'm out. Okay. I can't close. Okay, Trade of 8 is frozen on me. Trade of 8's frozen on me. Guys, careful. Trade of 8 is frozen. Well, I guess stop loss is in place, but yeah, I can't close out. Yeah, nothing. Let's see if the stop losses get taken out. Thankfully, this is just an eval, but yeah, look at that manipulation lower. All right. Look at my stop losses. Guys, look. My stop losses just disappeared, and I'm still in a position. What the heck? Yeah, my account's completely frozen. There it goes. What the heck was that? Can't make that up. Well, we didn't get the push down like we want, but now this outside bar, it actually flipped long here. I'm just nervous that the platform is frozen, freezing, but it's all right. We're gonna long off this outside bar now. Flip the switch. Long to the VWAP. Yeah, I know. Get rid of these entries here. I'm wondering if this actually holds up. So stop's at the low, so it's a very wide stop, but I'm wondering if this actually holds up as the low now, because we swept. So we actually swept that low, made a new session low, and then put it in this, what, you know, if this was a Harami candle or whatever, but put it in this big engulfing candle outside bar. Now, this trade could very much take some heat, but what I'm doing is I'm hoping that the low is gonna hold. So and if we get a break now above this 97, that's going to be a very good sign, where we just put in that rejection off that VWAP. So yeah, Crypto King, I agree with you. It's very risky off with the VWAP being right there, but Lucid schedule, it may be a platform issue, Upcon. Have you reached out to support? Because they're, I mean, their support's pretty good too. Stop using Trade of 8 years, switch to Sierra, and haven't had a problem. I've never used Sierra, but I mean, I've used Quantower, Rhythmic, and I've used Trade of 8. I've used there was another one I used, Project X. But yeah, I mean, I've had rhythmic problems for weeks on end. I've had Trade of 8 issues. I've had Project X issues. Every platform that I've ever used, I've had issues, but I've never used Sierra, so maybe I'll have to look into that. I think I looked into Sierra though, and I think I might have tried it. I just like briefly, but yeah. TradeC, I haven't tried TradeC. Yeah, I've heard it was pretty good. Now with TradeC, can you use can you copy trade all your funded accounts? Can you use it as a copy trader? Like, let's just say you have a Lucid and Apex. Can you copy trade them on that platform? Because I heard you could. Singapore and opens at 8 p.m. Yeah, you can copy trade them, right? You can at the same time. That's cool. So I could actually get rid of Trade Sinker. That's $100 a month right now. I'm paying for that. Modified Project X. That's what it looked like. Yeah. All right, I got top of the hour here in just a few minutes. Let's take it along off this outside bar after we swept the low. Let's see if we can keep it rallying, but looking at the overall channel, looking kind of bearish, right? So it might not actually be the right idea, but we'll see. Lucid, Tradeify, and I think another one. Oh, cool. Dom is garbage, but they just released it. Okay. Trade Sinker server side, so copy trades in the client side are more likely prone to slippage. Oh, all right. I like Trading View for overall market, but I don't like to trade on it. Project X is the smoothest. Yeah, I actually didn't mind Project X. I actually had a lot of success with it. I love to be able to hit that lockout button and stuff on the funded accounts. So here's the trade idea right now. If you look at, we swept that low. Hoping this outside bar holds, right? Pretty wide risk, but I've seen this before where, I mean, essentially put in another double bottom on the MNQ, but with NQ kind of swept and then popped. That's a little crazy to me. So look for this big outside bar to hold. More of an equal low. Well, it kind of is on MNQ, but it technically made a new low. Top of the hour here. I just seen a lot, many times where this can, you know, hold. But we are below that VWAP, so the VWAP. For some reason, that gap in the afternoon wants to hold on the 5. Trade C, can't wait for improvements. Need the trailing mover and Project X. Look how big of a bear flag on the 15 and 20 minute chart is. I know, it's like today was like a giant. We were looking at it earlier upon where the hourly, you know, just kind of looks like a giant bear flag. Ooh, rejecting off that VWAP once again. Got to get up over that 25,000. Come on. Are the straight to funded accounts with Tradeify tough to trade? No. You just got to keep in mind that it has 20% consistency, so you don't really want to, you can't really have like monster days. But the nice thing about the big ones, like the 150Ks, is that you get $6,000 in drawdown. So that's the nice part. So you get a lot of drawdown. But you don't want to, because there's 20% consistency, you want to keep your daily loss limit on, like, say a 150K. Probably would keep it around like $1,800, $1,500 max. On less is better on a daily loss limit, but yeah, they just have that 20% profit consistency. So I'm rejecting off that VWAP again. Come on. I'm just gonna close it out, guys. I think I'm just gonna call it for me. This is like my Friday. I'm gonna be streaming on My Funded Futures TV tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So please come see me out over there. This could keep going, but I don't know. I just don't want to mess with it anymore. I'm kind of over trading for the day. So please do that. My Funded Futures right now, use code PINE, 50% off the pro accounts, 30% off for new users, 30% off for existing users, pro accounts, 20% off the rapid accounts. So that's a daily payout accounts, and $49 for 25K flex for new traders. Lucid, 50% off. Use code PINE for all the prop firms, Apex, Bulenox. Apex has a deal going on too right now. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I will post something about it tomorrow. And the only weird one, Trade Day, PINE with a capital P. So Trade Day is PINE with a capital P. It's the only way it works. It'll say doesn't exist or whatever if you don't put capital P and then INE. So it's case sensitive on the first letter there. So I appreciate everyone's support when you use code PINE, and I will see you guys tomorrow on My Funded Futures TV at 10 a.m. This is gonna run all the way to the high. I know it, but no, I don't know. But I think this might actually hold this low, only because of that NQ little fake out there. If it didn't make a new low before it popped, but yeah, that was dirty. That was dirty. Anyways, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Good luck trading. It's Friday. Let's not do anything dumb. And see you later. Where am I streaming again tomorrow? My Funded Futures TV. My Funded Futures TV tomorrow. Thanks again, everyone. Appreciate the support. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in My Funded Futures chat.
Let's work.
Peace.
I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah, they fund the dream. Inside bar breakaway, patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. No FOMO, no chase, let it come to me. Risk a fine, stop tight, that's discipline. Daily payouts, yeah, we stack it clean. Inside the range, then we break free. Wake up pre-market, NY session on. Levels from the overnight, buyers ready drawn. Inside bar forming, volume going quiet. That's the market talking. telling me be patient, ain't Q moving fast. ES play it smooth, YM respect the highs. Let the candle choose, prop firm rules. Yeah, we play it right. One trade a day, still we done by noon. No gambling, this chestnut dice. RR clean, that's the pine tree life. They chasing candles, I'm chilling in the zone, waiting on the break, then I'm gone. I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen. Prop firm capital, yeah, they fund the dream. Inside bar break, wait patient and I lean. One candle tell me everything I need. No FOMO, no chase, let it come to me. Risk defined, stop tight, that's discipline. Daily payouts, yeah, we stack it clean. Inside the range, then we break free. Yeah, funded to live, that's a different feel. Trade, they take profit, apex on the deal. Evaluation passed, now it's payout talk. While they blowing accounts, we taking walks. Inside bar at key high, that's pressure building. Yeah, break off the range, yeah, that's conviction. Yeah, no indicators cluttering my sight. Just price action, structure candlelight. Chat yelling long, I mute that noise. Market don't care about opinions, boy. One clean setup, that's all I need. Small losses, big wins, consistency. Slow grind, fast life. Charts don't lie, cut losses quick, let winners ride. Funded accounts, yeah, that's the plan. Sidebar break, executed. I'm trading in the pines, futures on the screen.